driver in my hands today is a technological marvel, and for a golf geek like me, someone who loves design, the development process behind this was completely fascinating. This is the Callaway Elite driver, the 2025 release, and there are some major innovations packed inside. Today, we're gonna be out here at Carrollwood Country Club. We're gonna go through the battery of tests of distance, forgiveness, workability, aesthetics, and value. At the end, I will rank this driver on a scale to 100 and give it a score, but first, let's have a closer look. All right, here's our closer look at the Elite, and I've gotta say, this is one stunningly beautiful driver. I think they've really nailed the looks. I loved the Rogue, didn't really love the Paradigm series. This one, I think, is the best Callaway's ever put out. But let's talk about the technology inside. First, we're gonna talk about the shape of this driver. Callaway worked with rapid prototyping, literally using a titanium printer to come up with numerous shapes and be able to test them to see what would be the most aerodynamic to add club head speed. They came up with this shape you see here, and they say it adds up to 1.2 miles per hour of ball speed on average. That was testing both high swing speed and low swing speed players as well. Now, the material used to this also adds to that. So this is a thermoforged carbon. It's a material that Callaway developed, and what that allows is for them to have a very lightweight but very rigid crown to this driver and allow for more perimeter weighting, which is going to increase MOI and basically make it more forgiving. The face of this driver, also a marvel of technology. Callaway, using AI technology, was able to come up with 25,000 control points, which is 10 times more than they had before. It's actually 16 times more, but just to make it easy on us consumers, they're claiming 10 times more in terms of control points. Basically, they've created variable face thickness here that is much more accurate, and it's going to lead to more forgiving shots on those mishits that us mere mortals tend to struggle with. Now, as you can see here, I'm using the regular model. It's 10.5 degrees, but this regular model has an adjustable weight that right now I've got set to a neutral setting, but you can add draw or fade bias just by simply using your torque wrench and moving that weight around. Tons of adjustability there in the hosel. In terms of a shaft, I've got it paired with the Denali 60-gram stiff shaft. Bunch of different options on Callaway's website. As I mentioned, just a beautiful package here. Looks is one thing though, it's time to put this one to the test. All right, this test is gonna be the accuracy test. I've got a super narrow fairway here, water on the left. Let's see if this 10X face can perform and keep us in the fairway. That is gonna be center of the fairway, and I gotta admit, that was right off the toe. So that is a good result to start. Club head speed was 104, ball speed was 149, my smash factor 143, the estimated carry 240. Of course, we'll be measuring this shot, see how far it went, but shot 2 here. Let's see if we hit a little more center of that face. Oh yes. I'll tell you what, on a very similar line, that one might be slightly left of the first one, but that shot shape was very similar. Club head speed there was 101, ball speed 146, our smash was up a touch at 144, the estimated carry was 234. Let's go find them. So, first impressions of the Elite driver, I've got to say, sound and feel exceptional, and I don't always say that with Callaway drivers. Generally, the Callaway sound to me is maybe a tier down from the likes of a Titleist or TaylorMade, but this year it's got a nice cracking thud to it that I'm really happy with. And the feel off that face, you can feel exactly where that ball strikes the club, and on top of it, it's a nice compressed feeling that I really love. All right, we got two balls that are almost right next to each other. One's actually in the rough by about 4 inches, but I'll take that on this hole, very narrow hole. All right, so this is shot number 2, actually, where my swing speed was down just a little bit. As you can see, we're like, gosh, the mower blade was about 4 inches off from where I needed to be to get that in the fairway, but 251 was a pretty good result for that one. This one was actually our toe strike, and that bodes really well for forgiveness. 256 is the number here, and we are dead middle of this fairway. Again, it really narrows out here. I've got maximum 20 yards wide where I'm at, so really happy with the consistency there. In terms of accuracy, loving what I see. Let's go to the next test. So a point of emphasis, as we talked about in the intro, and all that rapid prototyping went into making this driver more aerodynamic. We know manufacturers cannot increase the smash factor anymore or the efficiency of this driver, but what can they help you increase? Club head speed. So this will be a max club head speed test. Generally, I've lived around 104, 105 miles per hour, and I'm really taking a whack. We'll see if I can get this up to 106, 107, and increase that by a little bit. Callaway says that in their testing, they were able to add as much as 1.2 miles per hour on average to golfers. We'll see if we can get a little bit more out of the Elite. Done just that, I think. Well, club head speed 105, ball speed 150, smash 143, estimated carry there 245. That was nice and high trajectory too, which I really like. I'd love to see that swing speed up just a touch and really go after it and turn my hips here. Like that. Might have just caught the left rough there, but there you go. Club head speed 107. That's exactly what I wanted to see. Ball speed 150. Smash was down a little bit there. I hit that slightly heel side, but again, just a super forgiving result out of this driver. Continues to impress me. Estimated carry 243. Give it one more. Out to the right a bit, but that's my best club head speed, 108. Ball speed 155, smash 143, estimated carry 258. So aerodynamics was a huge point of focus, and I'm seeing it out here on course. Generally, marketing speak from companies I kind of dismiss, I'll be quite honest with you, because every year clubs are supposed to be getting faster, better ball speeds, more MOI, all of that stuff. But I'm actually seeing it in practice here this year. We saw it with the Cleveland, now I'm seeing it here with the Elite. Absolutely getting higher club head speeds with these more aerodynamic designs. All right, next test here is gonna be a forgiveness test. We're gonna see if I can hit this where my miss normally is, a little bit toe side, a little bit high up on the face. We'll see how this one performs and if we can still hit some fairways. Okay. That was not a great one. That was high up on the toe. Again, it's gonna find the fairway. I did get the club head speed up there, 108, ball speed 148, but the smash you'll see is 136. The estimated carry 238, and we'll be good to do that much, to be quite honest with you. But again, just goes to the forgiveness of this driver. That face is doing what they say on the tin. Again, we're getting a good forgiveness test here. Club head speed 106, ball speed 149, the smash was 140, the estimated carry there 240. Again, I'm keep hitting them towards the toe. I'm gonna step up on this ball a little bit. That's better. Still kind of looping into the fairway. It's rolling out nicely. Club head speed 105, ball speed 151, the smash 143, the estimated carry 246. Let's go find them. I think one thing that continues to impress me here about the Elite is just dispersion-wise how tight we are seeing it. Again, these were, I would say, extreme mishits, but we're like 2 inches off the fairway here at 229, 2 feet off the fairway here at 232. And again, another extreme toe hit over here. Actually made the left side of the fairway at 233. So talk about forgiveness. I think we're seeing it in spades here with the Elite. Got to be up there as one of the most forgiving drivers I've tested in a very long time. All right, next test here I think is a really important one, especially for the low handicappers. I have to shape my shots from time to time and go against my normal shot shape, which as you can see is a draw. So here we're going to try to test a few fades and a couple different shot shapes just to see how workable the Elite is. So first off, I'm going to go with a fade. I'm gonna play this one off my front foot a little bit, open up, take more of an outside to in swing at this one. And it's really the perfect shot for this hole that kind of switches back on you. There's more room to the right, but if you go too far, you'll be in the trees. See if we can get it right on the first try. Boy, I will take that drive, although I will say it wasn't necessarily curving a ton. Pretty straight ball flight there. Let's see if I can get my swing path adjusted a little bit and get a little bit more bend to those shots. There we go. A little more than a gentle fade, but not like a slicing fade, and that is to me just about perfect for what I'm looking for. All right, and just to test the wind cheater here, I'm gonna now swap. I'm gonna hit this one off my back foot, close the face a little bit and really come inside down, see if we can hook one around and keep it under the wind. Yes, sir. In terms of workability, excellent. And then of course you've got the added workability by shifting that weight around like we talked about in the intro. You could literally put that on a fade or draw setting, but definitely the right amount of workability, I think, built into this one that really matches the forgiveness. That's always the balance, right? If you've got a very forgiving driver, it's a straight driver. If you've got a very workable driver, you can tend to miss it a little bit more right and left. This to me is a really great balance. All right, we're gonna go max distance test here to see what this thing can do. When you get my swing speed up, we've got a nice straightaway long par 4. See if we can really generate some big numbers. I'm looking for 270 plus. That's gonna be the bellwether if this driver can really compete in terms of distance with the big ones. There we go. Clubhead speed 106, ball speed 153, smash 145, estimated carry 258. There we go. Oh, that's nice. It's about as good as I can hit a golf ball. Clubhead speed 107, ball speed 152, the smash 142, and the estimated carry 249. Oof, that is drilled. Clubhead speed 105, ball speed 151, the smash 144, the estimated carry 247. Let's go find out where they finish. 270 is the number we gotta beat if this thing is gonna be up there with the big dogs. Again, when hit well, all three of these balls on a very similar line. And the dispersion on this driver continues to impress. This number is gonna impress too, I think. So we got 3 here. One's way up there. We're already at 273 here. I do have a good bit of wind behind me, but this is a big number. That one's gonna be huge. 276 for this one. And this one was just an absolute rocket blast. The longest I've ever hit a driver on here was 300, maybe 302. It was perfect conditions. This one right up at the top, 294. That is an absolute bomb. In terms of distance, there's nothing you can knock about this one. This driver seems to have it all. So some pretty impressive results from the Elite here. Let's go ahead now and give it a score. So first category here is going to be distance. And with that club head speed that I was able to generate, and this being a dewy morning, I think this club can generate distance that rivals the best of the best. I'm gonna give it a full 5 out of 5 stars here. In terms of forgiveness, it's gonna be a full 5 out of 5 for me. They don't necessarily claim this to be a 10K MOI driver, but it's performing as good or better than some of the 10K drivers that I've tested here on this show. Extremely good off of toe side hits. If that's your struggle, if that's your miss like it is for me, I think you're gonna really love the Callaway Elite. Next is going to be workability. I found this to be a really great balance. I'm gonna go ahead and give this a 4.5 out of 5 stars for workability. I was able to shape my shots left and right. I was able to hit that low wind cheater and do what I needed to on command. As long as you get the swing path right, I think this thing will perform flawlessly. In terms of aesthetics, looks, feel, and sound, I'm giving it a full 5 out of 5. As I mentioned, they really nailed the feel and the sound especially. And looking down at this driver, it is so clean. I love the colorway as well this year. You've got just a beautiful package here in the Elite. Next category is value. And I mentioned before that we're starting to see $600, $650 drivers this year. And this Callaway Elite is right there at the $600 level. The one good thing about Callaway drivers though is they tend to hold their value better than most. So I'm gonna give it a solid 4 out of 5 here for value. I think you're getting an extremely, extremely good driver for a price that is up there, no doubt, but I think it's gonna last you a very long time. Here's the score on your screen. It is a big one. This is a driver that I absolutely would consider putting in my bag here in 2025. You just might see it. That what's in the bag is coming soon, by the way. So make sure you hit subscribe. Hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll catch you back here next time on another edition of Let's Play Through.